So me and my dad, we know we have 12 hours to do. So we told ourselves, let's leave at 5 o'clock and let's be there for supper. Well, after 14 times that my dad is asking me, can we stop for breakfast, Eric? Can we stop for breakfast? Well, you know what, Dad? We're gonna stop for brekkie in Saint-Anne-de-Beaupré, Quebec. What's nice about going to Bouleau Blanc Outfitter is that the roads are perfect. And the last part, you need to go 13 kilometers off the main highway, only 13 kilometers, and it's really nice because it's maintained by Eric and his son, both owner of the outfitter. We finally arrived to Bouleau Blanc Outfitter, and now let's go meet the owner, Eric Goudreau from Bouleau Blanc Outfitter. After a quick discussion with Eric, he says, your cottage is ready to go. It's time to unpack, boys. Welcome to paradise.
Oh, all right. That's quite a ride, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's something very special at Bouleau Blanc Outfitter. It's all solar panels all around, and there's no generators, there's no noise at all. It is really nature at its best. See, I was just actually talking about it. Look at my broadheads. They cut the paint right off my arrow, but it's not a deep damage, it's only the paint. So we're good to go, but it was a close call. Close call means good grouping, means a good shot tomorrow. Now it's time to have a nice warm meal and have a good sleep, well, at least try to sleep. And tomorrow morning, the adventure begins. We jump in the truck and let's go hunting. So as we come upon our mock scrape, we just hear some big noise, branches crack all over, 150 yards away, quack, 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 quack. So I think we've pushed a moose. So the way it works with Eric, he likes to walk slowly and just let a few bull calls go. So every now and then, Eric is asking me to let a few cow calls go. We arrived to our mock scrape and we realized there's a bunch of tracks. They're really not far. We keep on walking and Eric tells me, hey, I've got a salt lick around the corner. Let's go and see the salt lick. As we arrive, there's tons of tracks. So Eric and David likes to build those big towers for their clients. So there's lots of people that walk, but lots of people that likes to sit down quietly and watch those salt licks or those cuttings in those areas.
This was actually Eric's spot, personal spot on moose. And this year he's gonna offer this place to hunters in October. This is an amazing place.
What we realized today, the mock scrapes are really active. All the salt licks are active. There's lots of tracks all over. We're just missing a moose right now. So let's go to the cottage, let's have a good sleep and start right back tomorrow morning. So we even took the boat to go across a pond to go call at a salt lick. Sometimes it's not obvious. We need to go across beaver dams and then we come upon a really nice spot. It's all surrounded by water. And we're gonna do scenarios all evening and we told each other tonight they're gonna be coming out. In the last half hour, we hear them. We hear branches crack. We even hear them crossing a creek and they're coming straight for us. Our scenario worked perfectly. I called the cow calls all evening, and Eric was surrounding me doing the bull call, and they came in right in their scenario. The cows come right into our scenario, slow and steady, and then Eric does his magic. He comes and walks in between them, but what I hear in the background, there's a bull 60 yards away. He's coming in. Am I gonna have enough time? Look at Pat behind the camera. I ask him, do you have enough camera light? Do you have enough camera light? He says, no. He says, come on, the bull's right there. He says, no, Eric, no more camera light.
Crazy action. That's 5 to 6.
What an amazing experience here. It came to dark really quick. Let's just hope we get scenarios like this during daylight. So we had the honor to come hunt Boulot Blanc Outfitter in the spring, and we and my brother Marty, we harvested 2 nice, beautiful bear, and now we have the honor of eating. We do our own sausages, and we're gonna eat the sausages right here at Boulot Blanc Outfitter, where it all came from. So as we told ourselves, we're gonna head to the same spot as we saw those females last night. And let's just hope we can see that bull. So we come upon our beaver dam once again, and Eric tells us, boys, I'm gonna announce myself as a bull. So after we cross the beaver dam, we have a 50-yard walk in a moose trail to get to our little island. As we arrive to our little island, the 2 females, the 2 cows are right there, and Eric stops us. He says, boys, the females are 10 yards away. So as we come upon those 2 females, Eric stops us. He says, boys, I'm going in. He turns into his bubble. He turns as a real bull. He gets right into their zone. Gets really up close and personal, 6 feet, 5 feet, even almost touches that cow. And they're all surrounding us, and we're not moving. He convinced them so much that he could get so close to them, and they were not even nervous. He was part of the family. I've never seen something like that in person. With all the females around us, we're just waiting for that famous buck to come in. To have the honor to experience a scenario like this, it's unbelievable. For me, it's almost better than a kill. It's starting to rain, and we look at each other for the camera equipment. Let's go hide under those spruce trees along that creek. As we're going towards those spruce, we turn back, and this cow is following us.
Well, Eric, I'm enjoying my trip to the fullest right now. I know we're only 2 days in. We've got a full week. And my experience right now at Boulot Plan Outfitter, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, perfect.
Like I've been.
I try the best,
This
Eric.
this is almost a dream that we've lived today. You know what? We got 2 hours of film. That's amazing. Amazing experience here.
Well, yeah, this morning we have a new girlfriend. Huh?
Well, yeah, you've got a girlfriend for life, I think.
So on day 6, we start off our morning. It's really humid, there's fog, it's hard to see, but we look on top of the hydro line and we see a black spot. Is it a moose? Is it a bear? We confirm it's a bear, so we continue our walk. So we walked about 15 kilometers and we're all sweaty, we're all wet, and we covered lots of dirty land. And we just told ourselves, okay, boys, let's go to the cottage, let's take a break. This afternoon, we're heading to the same spot where we saw those females. We told ourselves we're gonna work this spot, do mock scrape, put lots of scent, Buck Expert scent, and see how they react. And of course, they managed to come out, but late in the evening. We now have a dilemma. It's day 7. I need to leave by noon because tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I'm flying to Newfoundland. So the plan is, we know exactly where the buck is with his females. He's on that little island. There's only 2 ways to get on that island. One to the left. So Eric says, I'm gonna take the left and you're gonna take the right. And let's see who gets to the bull first. As I arrive to that famous beaver dam, I hear my phone vibrating and it's Eric. He's calling me.
Eric just called me. He says he's got a buck and he's cranked. All cranked up. He said, come running to the truck. Get here. So let's go.
So we've got about 1 kilometer run to get to the truck and 1 kilometer with that famous truck, and we gotta run to Eric. After 10 minutes, we finally get to Eric, but he looks at us and he says, boys, he's anchored, but we're losing him. There's a bushy area. Let's go around that bushy area and try to pick him by the side. As we're going around that brushy area, we're expecting that big bull to be 50 yards, but he's right at 10 yards. He surprised us and bang, he flies away. There goes our chance. We're a bit discouraged right now, but let's try to find a way to close the deal with him. So once again, Eric hypnotized those 2 females at a point that he was rubbing his antler right on her face.
Just an incredible morning, an incredible scene. 4 days, 4 scenarios like that. Eric.
Crazy morning, man.
What an unbelievable scene this morning. This is enjoying nature at its best. And as I mentioned in the vehicle for the past 3 days, now this is the 4th day. We've been doing scenarios with cows, with females, and you bring them right to you. I don't know your recipe, but you're doing a good job, buddy. I can feel your heart racing right now.
Excited.
You can feel his passion right through him. Somebody that goes so close to an animal, a wild animal.
But this morning we touched a couple of times. And good. Not just.
Oh, no, she was rubbing her. She was rubbing him. That's what the hunting is all about. Crazy, crazy morning, Eric.
I know they're crazy.
That's 4 crazy days out of 6 days, Eric. 4 out of 4.
That's good.
That's great success. We're actually day 7, Eric. I need to leave for Newfoundland, but I don't regret staying 1 more day with you, buddy.
Now we look at our watch, it's noon. We gotta go, because I'm gonna arrive at midnight. We gotta leave. It was a show of a lifetime, but we gotta leave. So we finally get out of the bush, we jump into our Toyota, we're heading out to the cottage. I'd like to say a special thank you to the Boulot Blanc Outfitter family, Eric, David, Josiane, and Maria, for making me live these incredible moments here in the province of Quebec. And we'll see you next week on Sportsman Channel.